Hello everybody, Demon Gmod here, and welcome back to some more Pokemon Platinum. In the last episode, we got lost in the fog. A lot of fog. It was misery, I'm not gonna lie. But thankfully, apparently, nearby, there was a way to get rid of Sun Fog somewhere near this town. Which is a brand new town we just got into last time as well, I probably should mention that. Being... wait for it. Solalaceon Town, free of worry. Hopefully so, because the fog was driving me insane last time. But anyways, now that we're here, we haven't really looked around town quite yet. And oh my god, it's Pachirisu in the wild. But not actually in the wild, because this town has some interesting stuff to talk about. And I want to talk about that, starting with this building over here. This here is the Pokemon Daycare. Let us raise your Pokemon. Sounds amazing. Unfortunately, I wish I had this when we had a little Magikarp, but it's better late than never. I'm the daycare lady. We can raise Pokemon for you. Would you like us to raise your Pokemon? So I don't think I'm going to be doing it, like, myself at the moment, but I don't have any Pokemon I want to train like this. But, you know what we can do, just to show off this feature? Here's what we can do, because I do want to show this off. This is a very powerful feature to know about. Let's go pick up a Pokemon from our PC. How about our little Togepi we got from Cynthia? How about this? There you go. Put him into the party. And now... let's leave her, I can check the gender, with the daycare lady, shall we? So what you do is you talk to the lady, and you offer your Pokemon to them. Like so. In my case, Togepi. And if you want to, you can actually have two Pokemon raised at the same time. This is important because this is actually how you get Pokemon eggs of your own. Depending on what Pokemon you put together, some are compatible with each other, some of them are not. It's based on something called egg groups, and it's a bit of a complicated topic. There's like a bunch of different types of egg groups, and some Pokemon like land in multiple egg groups as well. It's a bit of a complicated story. Another thing you have to keep in mind is that the Pokemon have to be male and female for an egg to happen. You can't have two males and two females. We're not at that point in the we're not at that point in the timeline, I guess we'll say, for that idea. But anyways. More importantly, that's how you get Pokemon eggs on your own, and I recommend looking into it yourself. A good source for finding info like this is Bubblepedia or Cerebi. If you want to learn more about Pokemon egg groups and whatnot, it's a pretty in-depth topic. I'm not going to go too deep into it here, but it's something you should know about. However, what also happens here is that when you leave your Pokemon behind over here, they will get one experience point for every single step you take in the main world, which is pretty freaking handy when you're trying to raise a weaker Pokemon as you're doing other stuff. And before you leave the Pokemon Daycare, you really want to make sure you talk to this guy right here. Hi, it's you. Good to see you. Your Togepi is doing just fine. Or I thought I had to talk to you. Maybe... oh, hold up. No, it's this guy I was thinking of. Yeah, this guy. Are you a fan of daycare couple like me? I got hold of something quite useful. It's the latest Pokédex from the Pokédex Company. What's more, to develop it in the collaboration with the daycare. Since you're a fellow fan of the daycare, I'm compelled to share this. Obviously, you get this by putting one Pokemon in the daycare. Daycare checker app shows what Pokemon you left at the daycare, which doesn't sound too, you know, interesting or whatnot, but if you look over here, if I can find it, there you go. As you can see, Togepi has already gained 2 levels just from us running around, and this will update whenever you, like, change, like, screens, I guess you could say, like, when you go to a battle or, like, enter an exit a house. So, you can keep track of your Pokemon having to come back to the daycare, which is pretty cool, and obviously, if you have 2 Pokemon here, and also if they, you know, have an egg and whatnot, it'll also be shown down here on the bottom screen as well. Overall, pretty good feature. Pretty handy to have. I don't think it updates in real time, though. Let me just check. We can check this pretty easily. I just run down here for a second. Run on back up here. Go up. Go down. And there you go. Togepi's already level 5. Look at that. Power to daycare, baby. So, yeah. So this is for fun. How about we just leave Togepi in there for a while and see how, you know, see how much she grows our entire playthrough. Could be kind of fun to check up on her later. Now, the next place I want to talk about, this house over here. Pokemon's News Press. Wants it. Pro Pokemon Catcher. I'm a pro, dang it. Get me in there. I heard you're hiring. Oh, welcome. You saw the notice outside of us hiring, right? Is that a Pokedex area? Then you must know Professor Rowan. You're just the Pokemon searching expert we've been looking for. Zubat, I want you to bring me one. If it's bring it today, we're not going to be able to run our main article. I'll pay you a heart scale and some Pokeballs for it. Just exactly as he said, his whole shtick here is that if you show him Pokemon that he requests during that day, you can get yourself some rewards, including an item called the Heart Scale, which is kind of a rare item, but can be used to teach your Pokemon some interesting stuff. For the time being, we don't have any access to this whatnot, and who knows, maybe down the line I'll actually have a Pokemon he wants, and I can go ahead and grab a Heart Scale. Who knows, I might actually come back and use it for it. But it's a good feature nonetheless, even if you don't plan on using it. And I think there's something interesting in this house too, I could be wrong. every so often an egg will be found at the Pokemon daycare, and they're found without anyone knowing how they got there. It's an enduring mystery. Someone leaving them there. Oh, someone's leaving them there, alright, then let's just say it's not a human, but let's not worry about that. Anyways, I always found it kind of funny how in Pokemon games I never really want to mention how exactly the eggs are there, because I don't think I need to really explain how eggs appear. I think we're okay on that, but if you know, you know. Now, you may be thinking, alright, we took a tour of the town, right? That was pretty good. We're not actually quite done yet, because there's actually something over this way I want to talk about as well. Because if you remember, Barry mentioned last time that there's apparently some sort of ruins over here. And there's also some houses over here that are kind of far away from the rest of the town. Interesting design choice where we put them here. Because with Pokeballs with affixing seals on them. Oh, you don't have a seal case? Well, here you go. You want to make sure you talk to this lady here because you get yourself a very cool feature that a lot of people are very fond of. We'll be talking about real soon. Next up, seals. Here you go. Here's how the seals work. You need a Pokemon Center PC. First, select your PC, then check the heading ball capsules in the PC menu. Next, choose a capsule and apply seals to it as you wish. When you're done, put the capsule on a Pokeball. You can see the results when you use that Pokemon in battle. This feature is pretty freaking cool, and I cannot wait to show it off. The one in this town's ruins looks like some kind of strange alphabet. I think they're really neat. I'm too small to catch them, though. Instead, I play with seals to try reading those weird letters. If you can give me the Pokemon that look like letters, I'll give you some seals. Another trading option for us to enjoy. So yeah, if you want to get some more seals, which we're going to be talking about in just a second here, there's a whole mechanic for it, and we're going to be going over that real soon. But my mouthful already was not enough. We got a little bit more to talk about, because while we're over here, how about we talk to, well, not talk to, but check out our PC. Go over here to not Beep's PC. You may be used to looking at that. You want to go to Zachary's PC, or, you know, whatever your character's named. And here you'll find the ball capsules option. And this is a really cool feature that I think a lot of people wish they brought back. They have it in the Diamond and Pearl remix, but that's besides the point. So over here, you can see all the ball capsules, right? If we want to go over here, we can go click edit here. And now we have ourselves some stickers, or seals, as the lady over there called it, that we can put on our Pokeball. So let's say we put some stars on here, put some bubbles, and a music note. And by doing all this, you may be wondering what exactly is going to happen. The answer is, you get some cool little special effects when you throw out your Pokemon. It doesn't really do anything for battles or whatnot, but it looks nice. It's pretty cool. And there's a ton of seals you can find throughout the entirety of the game. And you can make some pretty fun stuff, and also some inappropriate stuff depending on what you want to do with it, but that's part of the fun, right? Right. And for the time being, I guess we'll just confirm it, why not? There we go, and how this works is that you want to, after you edit a seal, you pick one of your Pokemon to give it to, and personally, I'm gonna give it to Susano, because it had bubbles on it and water type, and that just makes sense to me. As you can see there, Gyarados is now set up to the Pokeball, so whenever we throw out Gyarados, those seal effects will come out on screen. Kinda cool. Now, one important thing to note about this feature that is kind of annoying, and I kinda wish there was a workaround, but unfortunately it just kind of isn't, is that when you have your Pokemon in a seal, you cannot put that Pokemon in the PC box until you remove the seal off the Pokemon. Usually not the biggest deal in the world, but it can come into play sometimes and be a little bit annoying. So, just something to keep in mind. There's also this other house over here I haven't checked out quite yet. I want to check this out too. I think there's something important here. Your Pokemon has a Bastion Nature? Did you know that Pokemon Station determines how it will grow? We've talked about this before, but they are not lying. Natures are important. This area had many Pokemon from the olden days. They say there were big Pokemon ranches around these parts. Makes sense, alright. I thought there was something in this house for us to pick up, but nope, I was wrong. Which means there's one place left for us to check out over here, besides that that item in the field that we just saw in the corner of our eyes. We want to go and explore this side now. Because we're going over here, as you can see, there's some sort of weird looking cave thing, but more importantly before that, free items! PPM, we already talked about that before, but can't complain about getting a free PPM, am I right, fellas? And unfortunately now we went that way, ledges are only one way, we gotta run all the way around, you know how it goes though. Doop, 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 doop. And finally, the last place for us to go before calling it an adventure. Completed. The Solaceon Ruins, which has the wonderful, wonderful Turn of the Force theme. I never really understood why it has this theme, but I'm not complaining because I love this song. What do we have over here? So, if this was all gibberish to you, I wouldn't blame you. However, if you're familiar with Pokemon, you would know that this Pokemon is actually, well, not this Pokemon, this letter-looking alphabet thing is actually relating to a certain Pokemon, and that Pokemon is a Pokemon called Unknown. And this Ruins is filled with Unknown. It's the only Pokemon you can find here. And that kid was talking about how outfit-looking Pokemon were nearby, but he couldn't catch them. This is the place he was talking about. And if you catch any Unknown here and bring them to the boy, you'll get some seals of the letter of the Unknown that you bring over to him. Kind of interesting. However, more importantly though, is that this message here is actually trying to tell us a way to get through this area in one piece, because it's not really a maze per se, but you can get lost in here if you're not careful. So if you look over here, we can kind of translate this if you know, like, the letters. So the first one's T, the second one's O, and the third one's P, which means top. And the other one looks like an R, so we can assume that means top right. This one over here is a bottom left, if I have it correct, just reading the letters. This one says top right, top left, bottom left, because it's 4 letters. Okay, so let's see if we can remember the order here. So, top right, bottom left, top right, top left, bottom left. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm gonna have a hard time remembering this, but let's go for it, shall we? And what are you doing here, good sir? I heard a hidden machine defog was somewhere in these ruins. It's just that I seem to be lost, which, with everything looking the same. Now what, I can use some help here. Yeah, you, me too. You, me both, bud. So let me just check one more time, just to make sure. So we know this one is top right. So top right, bottom left, top right, top left, bottom left. Okay, I'm gonna try to remember this. So this way, and then bottom left. And oh, there we go. Wow, Pokemon time. Alright, time to show off this Pokemon, shall we? So yeah, this here is the Pokemon Unknown, which this ruin is full of. It's the only Pokemon you can find here, like I mentioned. And, it's kinda... it's not a great Pokemon. It's a pure Psychic type, but its stats are kinda bad, and it only learns one move in the entire game, being Hidden Power, which Hidden Power itself is not a terrible move on its own. But the fact that it's your only move, and Hidden Power can be any type in the game, depending on the Pokemon that's holding it, is a little bit inconsistent. Outside the seal stuff and whatnot, I personally would not recommend having an Unknown on your team because they're pretty freaking weak. That being said, though, in the anime and whatnot, it's kind of crazy because Unknown actually have like a ton of lore. Like when they gather together, they become like ultra powerful and whatnot. So I don't know. I feel like Unknown. I feel like they could do something with Unknown, like a new form or something, where like a bunch of them gather up and they turn to like some super Pokemon or something. It'd be kind of cool. But the Pokemon lore in the movies, Unknown are kind of crazy. In the video games, though, not particularly the case. But because I want to show off the seal feature, we caught one. We're alone, nothing happens. However, there are 2 or more, an odd power is said to emerge. And that's exactly what I was referring to. What this odd power could be, I don't know. But apparently it's powerful, so we'll keep that in mind. Now, we could catch a bunch of Unknown here, and you can actually complete the entire alphabet. And there's also a question mark and exclamation mark Unknown as well you can find in these places. But for the time being, I'm just going to catch the one to show off who we can get the seals from, and I'm just going to keep moving along. So I think the next one was bottom left, I think? I think you're a trainer. I'm going to try and dodge you. I think you're top right, I think. You'll know you got the wrong way because you'll meet a dead end if you don't get it right. Top left, I think. And this is the one I'm going to have a hard time remembering. Bottom left, I'll take a guess. And that's how you know you went the wrong way, because you'll go to a dead end. But I think we're almost there. I could be wrong, but I think we've almost got it. Another dead end. However, some of these stones actually have some pretty cool stuff in them, like the Thunderstone here, an item that's needed to evolve Eevee and Pikachu. So, not a terrible idea to grab them, you know? Getting lost isn't the worst thing in the world in this place, I'll say that much. And, oh, I think bottom left? Aha, you know you made the right way if you went this way. I kind of vaguely remember where we were trying to go. And unfortunately, I am not going to be able to translate this off the top of my head. However, I'll put it on screen whenever it says, because I a lot of text here. There you go. Very informative, I'm sure. I'll make sure to put the text on screen. Honestly, if I wanted to, I could probably Google it right now and just read it out to you people. You know what? Sure, hold on. Let's get the full experience of understanding the unknown, shall we? Okay, I am back. After doing a bit of translation, because believe it or not, there's actually like tools online for like unknown like messages, which is pretty cool. It's honestly a pretty neat feature, but anyways, more importantly, the message here reads: friendship. All lives touch other lives to create something new and alive. I kind of messed up the actual keeping the dialogue box up to what I was saying, but that's what the message says. Interesting message. More importantly, though, HM05 defog. This is how you get rid of fog, and we can finally explore Lost Tower without suffering. And also, a free nugget for our troubles, a bit of cash in the pocket, essentially. And oh, we ran into a Pokemon. Wow, this thing is high level, 28. Bentley, I am so sorry. This must feel embarrassing. I've been calling Unknown kind of a bad Pokemon, and you just got out-leveled by it, and for all I know, this might be super effective. Never mind. I assume that might be because Grass has a lot of weaknesses, but, nope. Not this Unknown. Which just goes to show you how freaking, not RNG hidden power is, but how chaotic hidden power is, because it's really hard to tell what move it is unless you visit a specific NPC who will tell you, or, you know, you just mess around with enough to figure it out yourself. And Curl hits level 21. Alright, nice. We'll take it. And finally, these two items here. A Mind Plate. I haven't seen one of these items in a while. There's a text engraved on the back of the obtained plate. The power of defeated giants infuses this plate. Sounds, interesting. And an odd incense. This item's a little bit weird, but I guess we can talk about it since we just got it. Right here. Yeah, there we go. The odd incense is this one's pretty standard. There's a bunch of incense items, and they all do, like, varying things. This one's pretty simple, though. It just increases the power of Psychic-type moves. Pretty interesting stuff. If you have a Psychic-type Pokemon like Unknown here, which is kind of fitting, but I have an Unknown, but I don't plan on using it in combat, but having said all that out of the way, we got our mission here done. We got an Unknown, we got ourselves the items here, including Defog, which we're gonna need. We're all done here for the time being. Escape rope, spin! And there we go, back in the open world, shall we? Leave! And I know we've been doing this a lot, but we're not done yet because we have to run all the way around again. One more time for the victory lap. Away we go. Down here. I want to stop by this house right here, where we picked up the seals from. Because by showing this little boy our Unknown, oh, that little just looks like my seals. I'll give you a bunch of seals to look like it. The F seals were put away in the seal case. That's F? I actually thought that was... Okay, actually, that kind of makes sense. I can kind of see it now, honestly. So there you go. Next time you go check your PC box, you'll have some F-Seals, which you can now put onto your Pokemon. And I don't really need Unknown in my party, so how about we go to the PC box and put it away? I have a Psychic type of my own. Actually, now that I think about it, I just said, I was talking about how Unknown, you know, the Psychic items we got from the ruins could come in handy for, like, an Unknown if you wanted to use one. But more importantly, it's going to become very handy for our Curlia, so, that was worth getting regardless. I'll take it. Sweet. Okay, Unknown, thanks for the wonderful adventure, but, how about we, yeah, bye. Yeah, I'm sorry, mate. Goodbye. Oh, good on using Unknown. Thank you. Okay, and Bentley's hurt a little bit, but not too bad. I can just heal with a potion, I'm pretty sure, right? I have some potions. Yes, I do. I have plenty of potions, actually. Good lord. And with that, our grand tour of Solaceon Town has come to an end for the time being. Goodbye, little Pachirisu. I love you. I'll see you around, okay? I'll be back. I promise. Farewell, Pachirisu, my beloved. On to Route 10, or 210, not just 10. I see some berries over here I want to go ahead and pick up right away. Some Asper berries, which I believe heal freeze, if I'm not mistaken, if off the top of my head. I think. I'm pretty sure. ourselves some raspberries, get it? Because, you know, because it's like the real, yeah, get it? Because funny. And this strange looking one, which is a pineapple berry. I don't remember pineapples looking like that, but hey. Sure. Now you may notice here that the grass here looks a little bit different than the other roads. That's because this grass is unique, as in this grass cannot be bicycled through because this is actually called tall grass. And that being said, we actually need to use the bicycle anyways to get over here. So 3, 2, 1, go! Not bad. And I think this guy won't fight me because it's the middle of the night. Yeah, there you go. Like I mentioned a while ago, the joggers won't actually value if it's like not morning. Taking a rest. If I were a bird Pokemon, it would be a roost. Oh, you should rest up too. Thanks, man. That good joke. But more importantly, talking to this guy actually gives you a pretty useful TM. This here is Roost, which is a very powerful move in the right hand. Roost here is a flying type move that you can use to restore half of your HP upon using. The only catch being that when you use this move, you give up your flying, like, I don't want to say your flying type. Actually, no, you do give up your flying type. What am I talking about? No, you actually, like, get rid of the flying type of your Pokemon until the end of the turn after you use it, which is an interesting move. Because it means you can actually not take super effective damage from things like electric type or rock types, but it does mean you're now vulnerable to ground type moves, so interesting move. And a pretty powerful one at that. Healing 50% HP is never a bad thing. And as you can imagine, it being Roost and being flying type, it is basically only learnable by bird Pokemon, so things like Big Boss here. Now, am I gonna learn it on Big Boss? I am not too sure on that, because I don't know. This Pokemon's an offensive Pokemon, not really a tanky Pokemon. And I kind of like our current move list at the current moment. You know what? I'll get rid of Nightshade for it. You never know. It could come in handy. I kind of doubt it, but you never know, right? It's a good idea to keep the mind open to ideas. And with that, off we go. Back to the tall grass. And the countryside, I guess, because there's a lot of farm folk around here. And you know what? I'm pretty happy with this party looking into it. Let's go into it. Because this is actually a double battle, as you may suspect. I'll show you how tightly I bonded with my daughter. And I can get away with slacking off if I have my Pokemon out. I see you guys are in perfect sync. It's Bella and Ov and Matt. Their names are confusing me. They got some fancy names. Check out our brand new seals, and more importantly, check out that Rapidash over there. That's a fully evolved horse. Pretty cool. Unfortunately for them, it's not gonna matter because I have the ability to switch out my Pokemon because I'm not taking on 2 fire types with my Grottle. And an Earthquake because I'm gonna switch to my flying type and ignore our Earthquake side damage. It's the power of having an Earthquake and a flying type. You can kind of just do this in double battles. It's pretty cool. You can do some big freaking damage, and honestly, I might just knock out both of them immediately. Wow, he lived on a single pixel of HP. That's kind of impressive, honestly. Ponyta, however, not so lucky. Everybody gets experience. I have the experience shirt, so literally everybody on the team gets experience. Not bad. Ow, I got crit. He's not happy about me knocking out his daughter's Ponyta. But unfortunately, I don't care. Ayah! Everybody gets a share. Hooray! There you go. Apparently child power couldn't get the job done. Oh, sheesh. Alright, let's keep on moving, shall we? And I think... Aha, there is an item over here. I knew it. Hold the phone. Over here, we can't go into the grass, but we can power through like this. Into 2 toddlers. Yay, we're gonna battle lots of Pokemon. Yay, we're all gonna battle. Please don't tell me they have 6 Pokemon and that's what they're hinting towards. Okay, they only have 2. Alright, we'll take it. Pikachu and Clefairy. And they even have seals that you can see on their own Pokemon. So it's not just you who can use them, the NPCs also use them too. It's pretty cool, honestly. Very neat feature. Kind of wish they would bring it back. But I also get that we're in 3D Pokemon world, so it'd be a little more tricky, I guess. But I still think they can make it work, right? I'm not crazy. Unfortunately for you, Clefairy, you're not a fairy type yet, so I'm gonna bite you. Nom 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 nom. Oh no, my Gyarados has fallen in love with it. Yeah, that's Q-Charm for you. If you make contact with Clefairy, yeah, sometimes you can fall in love with it. And it kind of works like paralysis, but with arts and being cute and stuff. Not fun. However, if you KO Clefairy, Susano wakes up from his lustful surge. Or something like that, and he's no longer infatuated. Which is, Kind of a funny fact about infatuation compared to, you know, paralysis. Alright, here we go. Get static. Did I not get static? Hooray! I could have got paralyzed from attacking him like that, but I think for once in my life, I didn't get static. Okay, thank you, ladies. But unfortunately, didn't mean to run into. I tried. Frick. Hey, check this out. Look at the luster of my Pokemon's fur. I just said the word luster, and this guy's talking about luster. Coincidence? I think not. Got a Pokemon breeder with a Thyla Elegant. I like his sprite in this game. He's kind of goofy looking. There's not a single thought going on in his silly little head. He's just here to have a good time. And a good time I shall give him, for I will shoot my leaves at him and do big damage. Huge damage even. I knocked out a one shot, not bad. And Happiny! If it's not Brock's Happiny, I'm not too scared. Because Brock's Happiny was an entirely different monster. That Happiny could tear the world in two with its bare hands. But unfortunately, Happiny also has like no defense, so yeah, that happened. Also, I got a crit. That probably didn't help. Failing gets level 27, not bad. And wants to learn Mega Drain. Okay, finally something better than Exorb. Mega Drain here is literally Exorb, but better in every way. It is also special. It is double the power. It still takes the XP, exactly the same. It's just better Exorb, so you better believe I'm taking it. Even though I kind of think Mega Drain is not that great to begin with, but hey, it's something. Kirk is level 22 as well, not bad. And also wants to learn a new move. Wow, talking about grass moves, Magical Leap. This is actually a pretty cool move. We've seen this one before, but this is our first time actually getting to use it ourselves. Magical Leap is a 60 power grass type move that's special with the bonus effect that it can never miss. So even if we go into like the fog years like we talked about before, it just straight up can't miss, which is kind of handy. And honestly, I'm probably never gonna click teleport, so here. Magical Leap, why not? Hey, did you take a good look? I sure did. I one-shotted your Pokemon. I took a very good look. There's also a free item over here. A Super Repel for free, not bad at all. And before we go any further, it just kind of hit me. I just picked up our new move, Defog. But I don't think I actually have a Pokemon that I can teach it to outside of our Murkrow, but I kind of don't want to teach it to Murkrow because it's an HM, which means it's kind of hard to get rid of once you learn it. So, you know what? I was going to go to the Lost Tower, but we'll come back in a little bit of time, I think. We'll just keep it on the back burner. And I don't know why I thought I could sneak by you when I'm on my bicycle. If you do go fast, Pokemon trainers hear you very easily. I don't know why I thought that was going to work. Although, thankfully, none of these breeders have had, like, 6 Pokemon like the other breeders, so not the worst thing in the world. I like Pokemon battling, but when I'm battling a bunch of, essentially 6 toddlers and beating them up, it doesn't hit quite the same, you know? It just does not. Also, I find it kind of funny that this, it's very intentional, but I find it kind of funny that the last trainer had an Elekid and this girl has a Megby, and they're right near each other. I'm just saying, I'm not calling any shots or anything, but I think they might be, familiar with one another. It's a little bit of a coinkydinky, you know? A little bit too good of a chance. And who else you got? Togepi, we're familiar with this Pokemon. And you know what, Kirlia? Come have your first battle. Let's do this. There you go, do a little dance. Alright, Togepi, you son of a gun, you're higher level than me. And we traced your Hustle, which is very funny. Hustle is a very funny ability. It gives you a power boost on your attack stat, but it lowers your accuracy. However, in my case, that's kind of just bad because I'm a special attacker at the moment. So, kind of funny though. I'm actually really looking forward to using Curly on our team because of Trace. Trace is such a funny ability. You just copy the ability of your opponent's Pokemon, which can lead to some very funny things happening. Because it can copy basically any ability in the entire game. Let's not go to sleep, shall we? How about we just guarantee hit this and don't go to sleep and win the battle at the same time? There you go. I always like the Magic Leaf looked. It looked pretty, well, very pretty to me. Good to have it. And there we go. Route has been conquered and we've made it to some sort of building. The Cafe Cabin. Freshly squeezed milk. Where are you getting the milk from? You're in a cafe. Is the cow in there? Is there a milk tank in there? And also, there are Psyduck here staring at me suspiciously near this cafe. I'm getting bad vibes. I'm scared. I'm reading. I'm running. But no, not actually. However, since this episode's going on for a while now, and we've done a bit of exploration before this, I think we'll leave this cafe and our mysterious friends over there for next time. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And next time on Pokemon Platinum, we're gonna see what exactly is going on around here, because this is a little unsettling. They're staring at me and I don't like it. I'm just gonna peep around them around the corner here so they don't see me. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.